What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to Cutting Corner. Remember, no G, no S, and as always, go birds. All right, y'all. Maybe y'all know what I'm doing already. Got my little fan set up here. I am going to try to paint my rifle. Well, it's no longer a try because I already put on with a primer, and I have one coat on. That coat I have on, this is the matte coffee bean. This is the matte coffee bean. That's going to be the base coat. The next coat I'm going to put on, and this is Krylon. And this is not camo paint, but it's a matte finish. So it looks pretty good. I experimented on it. So we got a matte Spanish moss. That'll be my next coat. I am contemplating if I'm going to put this on here. This is a satin espresso. It doesn't give too much of a gloss, but it does have a little gloss. And I'm going to top it off. I don't know if I'm doing this backwards, but I'm doing this anyway. I'm going to top it off with the matte River Rock. And when all is said and done, I'm going to cover it with a clear matte, what do you call this, coat. All right, I made this contraption up myself. It's not really sturdy, but it's working. I don't know if you can see the brown. Oh, that looks pretty, but that's going to be undercoat. And I'm going to throw some green on there. And I'm going to throw the coffee bean on there. All right, I'm going to take photos of each step. All right, y'all. All right, you see I got my tape on. Get ready to put on my second coat. I got to get in here quick because I got some tape coming up. But it won't be too bad. Most of it's sticking down. It's like the curves and the edges. Sometimes it makes the tape hard to stick. But I'm going to put my second coat on, and my second coat is the Fusion. This is the Fusion matte Spanish moss. So let's see what it looks like. Let's get busy. I got to shake it up. All right, so I'm going to freehand this just to get it started. It's like an army green almost. Right. I'm gonna pick this up, put this on pause, and finish this out. All right, y'all. As you see, I got my second coat on, waiting for it to dry. Need a little light here. Waiting for my second coat to dry. I like that green. It reminds me of old army green. So my next coat after this dries, I'm gonna put on. I might do some crazy stencil. Y'all can talk about my stencil job, but it's just paint. And this is one of my less expensive guns, so I said I'll sacrifice her. But I am going to put on the next layer of stencil after this dries. I think I might do two more. I'm not sure. We'll see. All right. See you in a bit. All right, y'all. All taped up. The tape's not sticking too well. You see it's coming off. I'm going to have to push it down before I hit this last coat. I don't know if it'll be my final coat, but it'll be it's going to be my last coat. I'm not going to overdo it. So I'm going to tighten that tape up. And I'm going to get down with my next color, the matte River Rock. So we'll see what this thing does. I'll shake this up and get busy. for y'all. But I'm gonna cut it off and get a better coverage. Oh yeah, I like that. Let's turn it off and finish it up. All right, final coat. That next to the clear coat. I'm gonna put a clear coat on after everything dries, and then let's see what it do. What's going on, everybody out there cutting that corner? I'm here today because did a little project. Had a little project on, just waiting for me to jump into it, and I finally got the nerve to jump into it. But first, before we get into this, I just had a video. Removed from YouTube. It was like blocked, not say removed, but it was blocked. I guess because of music, the copyright. But it had some footage of me at the outdoor range, and it was only brief footage because I'm having so much trouble uploading videos, and it's just a problem. And my last trip to the outdoor range, I wound up erasing most of my videos, so I'll have more on the way. But for those who've seen it, a little brief pause, I appreciate you. And those who are not following, hit that subscribe button. Leave me a comment. Check out some of my other videos. All right, but let's get into the. So I picked my PG9 by Palmetto State. It's a 4-inch barrel, 9mm. All right, so I chose the Rattle can, and it was kind of intimidating for me. It was kind of intimidating. I didn't want to paint my gun or my rifles or my shotgun. I thought about doing my shotgun, but I said, no, let's try this. All right, so I picked up some paint. Actually, I picked this paint up maybe about 8 months ago. All right, I picked up this Krylon paint. It's Krylon Fusion all-in-one paint, and this was the one that caught my eye, the matte coffee bean. I like that dark brown. Also picked up same Krylon matte river rock. It's almost like a FDE, but a little lighter, a whole lot lighter to be honest. And then I saw this right here. This is the matte Spanish moss, and I like this green. I like the way this look. I have my firearm under here because it's like a reveal. And but when I was painting this, I really like that green on there. This reminds me of an old army green. And then I also picked up the Satin Espresso, but I didn't use it on here. I did a test run on a piece of wood, and I used one of my camo patterns, and I kind of like it. Now, I didn't do this pattern per se, but I use these colors, and I do have on the two browns. I don't know if you can tell, but that is the satin espresso, and this is the matte coffee bean. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but the satin espresso has a little gloss to it, just a little bit more. All right, it's still pretty flat, but I like this. I like the way the color is matched, and I've just been watching this for about a week now, and it's been sitting, and I've just been enjoying it. I said, I gotta get up the nerve and try to do it. Oh, also, I put a couple of coats of matte clear coat on here also to kind of even out the texture. And it's pretty smooth. You can still feel some, but it's a whole lot smoother than when I took the tape off. All right. So yeah, I use that just to get my nerve up. bought some acetone. At the same time, I bought the paint because I was going to do it, but it was like getting the nerve up to do it. So I finally got the nerve up to do it. All right, I got me some stencils off of Amazon. All right, a couple stencils off of Amazon. I don't know if you can see the pattern, but this is like a geometric shape. I might have got rid of the other one, threw that away, but that has some like tiger stripes on it. And as you can see, these have it's like a leopard skin, I believe. All right, so I know y'all just tired of hearing me talking. Y'all just want to see what's under the towel. And I was a little hesitant about using this towel because it's the towel I used to clean it. And I was hoping it didn't have no acetone, but I didn't smell anything, so. All right, y'all, so if you saw my brief short, you saw what color I finished it in. It was in the matte river rock, all right? But I did go back over it. I went back over it with a touch of coffee bean and a touch of Spanish moss. I cut up a piece of paper bag, just used it, sprayed in. Came a little heavy on one side, but it's a little sticky too. Came a little heavy, but I think I like it. I think I like it. Then I got a little splatter there. I think I like that too. I think I like that splatter. So now it's time to reveal. Let's put this towel down here. I don't have my, I think I do. Give me a second. All right, I'm playing too much. All right, so here we are. We're at the big reveal. All right, now I am curious. Had to pull out my gun mat. I kind of keep it close now in case I need to clean my gun. Now what I have to help me take off this tape, and it might just come off pretty easy because it was falling off. It was falling off as I was pre-painting it. Still some places are loose here, so, but you know, it is what it's going to be. All right, so let's start down here on the magazine. Start down here on the magazine. Let's get a little something that I can, so far. Let's get a little something I can put these stickers on. Take those and just throw those on there. All right. Oh, I have some dental floss picks here to help me get under there. This is the one I really like, but I wanted to try, but I don't think it's strong enough, but let's try it. Huh. Prove me a fool, but a liar. Okay. All right, ooh. I like it. Ooh. Said I was gonna put that over there, that's why I got the paper. All right. I don't think that's strong enough. So let's continue. Let's bring that closer. All right, this is a lot of work, so I'm gonna speed this up and see y'all at the end. I gotta try something else other than this. So sometimes you gotta improvise. So I couldn't get it up with these, let me shut this up again. I couldn't pick this tape up with the floss. So I got a pen cap. And that works perfect. Let's take the magazine out. We can take the magazine out. All right. We can take the magazine out. Let's clean the magazine. It's perfect. Sometimes you gotta improvise. I like the way that's coming out. I mean, it's different. It ain't nobody's camo, but I'm proud. All right, y'all. Crazy, ain't it? Crazy, crazy, crazy. Wonder what's under the rest. All right, let's put that back.
Come on, man, relax.
Oh, you bastard. You a bastard. You a bastard. You a bastard. Pause for the cause, y'all. All right. Did I tell y'all I'm clumsy? Anyway, get back at it. Get back at it where you were. A little clumsy. Surprised I ain't knocked the camera over yet. How you eat elephant? One bite at a time. One bite at a time. My hair is in the way, as it always is. I was a little cognizant about this one over this one. They're kind of cocked, and I kind of try to keep everything level with this. Because I got a lot of little pieces on here. I started off with the little pieces on here because I started out with the big pieces on here. My base coat was the brown, and I put the bigger pieces on here, and I got bigger splotches of it, which I like, but I don't like so much. So I wanted smaller splotches. So I started with the smaller pieces, and I built it up. I think I like that better. But it's your choice. The way you want to do it is the way you want to do it. It's your rifle. Your gun. I don't think you'll do a gun though. I wouldn't do a gun. I wouldn't do a handgun, but I would do a rifle. Maybe a shotgun too. Try not to muzzle myself. Even though the gun is empty, I don't want to, I guess I could. But magazine is empty. All right, so let's take that out. Let's do the action. just so I can clear it. Empty, empty. Still operational, as far as I see. I did this with gloves on. It wasn't that hard. Matter of fact, I prefer to do it with gloves because of the oil in my hands. So you had to clean it off with the acetone. So let's get back to this. I don't know, looking spiffy. I don't want to give it a good look yet. I'm just still peeling away. Anything in the back here? Let me do the back. All right, let's flip it over. Boom. Looks good. Ooh. I like these, I guess these are tiger stripes. So here it is, y'all. After 3 coats of clear matte top coat, I think she looks pretty good. Still can feel some levels of other paint, but nonetheless, it's sealed. It's sealed. I did come across a couple of other little strands of tape that I had to take off, so I might have to go back and do a little quick touch up. And I do see a couple of fingerprint smudges that I could have took out. I have one up in here. I don't know if you can catch that, but I have one up there, and I have one on this part right here. Also back here. That's because I didn't wait. I was anxious, impatient. I wanted to see what was going on. So the paint wasn't truly dry, but this clear coat, it gave it a nice little, didn't cover it up completely, but it covered it up. One thing I wanted to show y'all about this stencil here. Now, I still got a couple little tiny ones on here, but as you can see, I used up my stencils. But there's still plenty of stencil on here because all these shapes, all I have to do is cut them out and make more shape. So I'm holding on to that. This one, I think I can hold on to this. I think I can maybe come in with that's a lot of work, but with an X-Acto knife and use that as a spray. So I know you're probably saying, where's my optic? Well, I didn't want to paint my optic. The optic that was on here, I didn't want to paint that optic. I'll probably get an optic and give this a similar treatment. But overall, I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied. And I'm not going to say this won't be my last, because I don't know about painting all my guns, but a couple can take the spray. Maybe my shotgun. I might do my shotgun. Bring that out. Try something different with that. But anyway, I want y'all to like, follow, subscribe, Cutting Corner. Remember, no G, no S. And as always, go birds all day, every day. I'm still rocking that green.